Welcome back, Rich Nation. Future AJ here. And today you're going to see reactions to Tokyo Revengers episodes 17 and 18. I did not have an intro to this. These reactions were originally requested from Kevin Shumaker from a Patreon request. Thank you very much. If you guys want to see these episodes early and uncut, definitely check out my Patreon, patreon.com/ajrich123. I appreciate you guys watching these. I'm trying to finish the series every Sunday, so you guys will see these come out every Sunday. We're gonna have a bunch of other Patreon requests or other stuff. I'm trying to edit a bunch of things so I can get it out on YouTube. So you guys will be seeing a ton of stuff soon. So let's go ahead and start. I don't think always. I think there must be more to this, because he was sincere and feeling so bad at the end of that. Oh God. They literally said shit's going down. Yeah, shit's going down. I mean, shit's gone down this entire show. It's good to get that backstory. Now I understand this a lot more. I mean, technically you're not 26. So you're a 26-year-old in the body of your middle school self. But he's still loyal to him. Really? He was doing him a favor? That makes more sense to me. Is it him trying to maybe either change the other guy's mind or something, or infiltrate? What is it? I mean, of course they didn't. It was for him. So it's like very, very fucked up. So that's what he's been riding this whole time. Can you really blame him though? See, that's what I was saying, what, an episode or two ago? I think there's definitely something going on within there. Either he's part of there, he's created it, whatever the case is. There's some shady shit going down there. So I'm glad that somebody kind of figured it out or is suspicious of it. And Baji, from the way he reacted, I just couldn't see him being this guy just joining for no reason. There's no way. Well, because he knows the future, and he let his anger get to him. See that? Oh, damn. He's just straight telling him that now? But it's good to inspire to something. I think even Mikey will respect that. I mean, he is a vice captain, so. He looks older. He has to do this anyway, so this is beneficial to him to learn more about Kisaki. I guess that's before he did his hair. He's just pure evil. He obviously used him. When he had nothing else. Kisaki is probably a genius too. He was using him. It's pretty obvious. So he really is instigating everything. So it would be easier for him to get in. Yep. But he found his way in anyway. He's using him too. Manipulative. Is what, and that's exactly what he does in the future. And it's making more sense how he slides himself. First of all, not getting himself in trouble, but also kind of manipulating everybody in the background. Like, I would think, and probably what ended up happening in the future is, Mikey just didn't even see any of this happening. He just slowly started doing stuff, and eventually probably manipulated Mikey, and just eventually took over that way. Yeah, he has to take out this guy somehow. Anyone with that type of creepy smile, probably bad news. It's Kisaki, like I was guessing before. He's trying to make everybody not trust each other and break part of Toman as well that way to get himself in. No. Okay, so he did do this to check something. Yeah, okay, so he had to get more information. What? What? Kisaki. Oh. So Toman's pretty much Valhalla now. He really has changed the future. It still led to the same results, but... Oh, he was getting his revenge. That's what happened. He ended up killing him to get his revenge. And that's what changed him there. When he couldn't get, like, so when he changed the future initially, right? He changed the future initially. Instead of it being Toman, like, Kizaru Teta or whatever had to get in somehow, right? So instead, this method is he creates Valhalla or whatever, and then uses this revenge for his brother, and that's why Mikey ends up having to, because we can tell as a viewer here, I can tell that he has, like, if he gets in front of him and they fight, that's exactly what would happen. So something happens where he lets out his revenge, and it changes him personally there. And that's how it becomes Valhalla, though. Maybe it's because that's the only part of the fight he wins, or with like, maybe the fight is happening. Maybe the fight is like the main fight is happening while Mikey is doing this fight with his, former member, and they lose because Mikey's not there. And so because they lost, Valhalla absorbs TOMAN, or they technically are still TOMAN, kept the name, but Valhalla's there. And then technically Kasaki keeps Mikey as the leader, but he's controlling everything. Now, okay. I love how things can kind of, this show I found in particular that I can kind of, because I processed this a couple episodes ago where I thought Kasaki was definitely the angel, the underground leader that they weren't showing. That seemed kind of obvious to me. But now they really kind of give us little breadcrumbs, and now this is pretty obvious how that happened. Now, how are you going to prevent that? They have to make up, right? Like, Mikey is going to have to somehow have a talk, right? A talk with both of them, and there has to be some type of like makeup, because if they don't, that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to have to change something to be able to change that result. What? No wonder. So they probably just never saw Mikey. Exactly. He killed his brother. He's the one person I can think of that Mikey would twist. I mean, they've set it up perfectly. The one person that he would change and do something like that is the person that killed his brother. I don't think anything else. This is the twist. This is what the thing to change him. And then Kizaru, he took advantage of it and completely, like, he took advantage of it. He took advantage of the situation, and now took over the place because of that. It's just, and he covered him as well, so he never got in trouble, so he could still be part of the group, but he was in the shadows. Like, they probably all why do I keep saying Kazaki? Is that isn't? I keep forgetting his Teta. Whatever. That guy, the guy with the creepy smile. He is the reason why that TOMAN and Valhalla combined it and became this huge place. Wow. So he killed Baji, and then he killed him. That's what set it up. I guess it took a little bit more for it to draw out Mikey to do something like that, but killing Baji would do it. Eventually, it would give him not just his brother's killer, but one of his best friend's killers. Yeah, that would do it right there. That's another interesting thing. Like, he has those memories because you lived them technically. He wasn't meaning to kill him. It's just gonna keep getting more complicated, I'm sure. Every mission seems to be harder. You have to prevent that. You missed the entire time walking her home.
渡したかったんだ。
なんかの日だっけ？開けていい？俺のあげた
Matching. Hey, you got matching ones.
お揃いがいいじゃん。
It's even sadder to know she wore it the entire time, even when she died in the fire.
泣くほど。
泣いてねえよ。
竹道くんってたまに大人な顔
Well,
する
because
よ
he's
ね。
technically 26.
してなんのよ、ドラケン。
久しぶりだな、カズトラ。
Yeah, Kazutora is twisted even more.
マイキーを恨むんだ。マイキーは
Because it's
お前に
guilt.
有利な証言をしたんだぞ。そのおかげで早く出てこれ。
He blames himself, but he's also initially he blames himself, but it turns into him blaming, like, his first he's like, okay, I did it, but then we saw him do it. Like, we saw his mind twist to, hey, it's not my fault, it's Mikey's fault because I'm doing this for him, so it's got to be his fault, and he's the reason why I'm here in the first place. So that's how you twist things in the first place. You don't. The initial thing is you don't want to blame yourself, so you're blaming something else, and he just never stopped.
もうあの頃の俺じゃねえ。
それでも俺はお前の仲間だ。
ここが気に入らねえんだよ、ドラケン。あさっての決戦でトーマンは潰す。
マイキーはこんなことの。
戻れねえのかな。兄貴ならどうすんだろう。
When he's riding that bike, it's probably like he's with his brother. Makes him feel close to him. So much significance to that. I'm glad to know Baji is not, he's actually planning something and he's not joining for no reason. And he still feels that guilt. And he's just being used, obviously. We learned that.
いよいよ明日だな。
すいません。
チーフ、殴られた。
Maybe he can actually. He's probably not going to explain anything to him.
トマンのためにスパイやってんすよね。俺なりに調べて、妃がやべえやつだって分かりました。アジさん、本当にトーマンの敵になっちゃいますよ。
Maybe he's just. I mean, he was just guessing because he thinks he knows Baji.
仲間以外信用すんなってよ。俺はバルハラだ。
バジ君と二人で話してもいいか？
Would he say anything different without him there?
どうか明日を乗り切ってください。どうか死なないで。
That's part of what changes him, so that needs to be prevented.
明日俺が殺す。あいつにそう伝えろ。
Well, they didn't get anything out of that.
そっか。ガキの頃よくこのジャングルジムでバジと遊んだんだ。どうにもめちゃうんだな。
If I've ever learned anything from some
すいません。
animes I've watched before, don't the childhood friends usually get screwed? Either it's from dating or whatever the case is. They never get the guy or the girl.
トーマンの連中は戦闘モードだ。もう腹くくった。
Well, like they said, shit's going down.
俺より対バルハラ決戦の決起集会を始める。
They have so many people.
そして敵の中にはバジもいる。裏切り者は容赦しねえ。それがトーマンのやり方だ。俺はダチとは戦えねえ。
So he's saying he's not getting in the fight himself.
俺らはバルハラぶっ潰してバジをトーマンに連れ戻す。それが俺らの決戦だ。
The thing is, that's the look he hasn't changed anything yet. So that's exactly how he probably approached this already. And it didn't go good, so this is what I wanted.
何この人たち？
みんなギャラリーだよ。
So you get an audience? Couldn't other people jump in too?
確かにヤバそうなやつばっかだ。
例えばあそこの二人組。
There's some risk here.
ハイタニ兄弟。一声かけりゃバケモンみてえに強えらしい。
I mean, he's got McDonald's or
トーマンとバルハラが
McDonald's ripoff.
他の仕切り任されてる池袋クリミナルブラックメンバーズのハンソンだ。
S63 の大物。
They take gangs really seriously in this.
本来トーマンともバチバチのやべえやつらだ。
こんなやつらが本当におとなしくしてんのか。
So it's like a controlled environment. Like a big gang versus gang fight, but with control, which obviously gets out of control. Where's the cops? I guess cops don't hang out at the junkyard, but
マイキー君。
unless they're repoing your car. Or not repoing, but what is that called? Junking your car.
今日の仕切り引き受けてくれてありがとうございます。
くだらねえ喧嘩なら俺が潰すわ。自信のあるやつ。5対5のタイマン。それとも全員で乱戦。どっちにする？暁にはバジを返してもらう。それだけだ。
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, what if Baji doesn't want to come back?
ここで争う気。
Okay, so you beat up the guy that's supposed to be making this a little bit more organized? Yeah, they don't seem like the organized bunch. Oh boy. Okay. So I was trying to think, how does this lead to Kazutora killing Baji and then Baji, and then Kazutora getting killed by Mikey? And the thing I can think of is, like, that look that he gave when they were talking about bringing Baji back, and that's like the stipulation. Maybe they just start losing horribly. This is just a guess. They start losing horribly, and maybe Kazutora just, because he's already crazy. So maybe he thinks, okay, well, we're going to lose, need to kill Baji because if he's going to have to go back there, then I might as well kill him because that means they won't get him back. That means they don't win. Maybe in his crazy head, that could be part of his thought process because they end up like starting to lose or whatever. I don't know. That I would actually be surprised if it went that way, but I'm trying to think of a way it would lead. Like it would somehow lead to like that happening. That's odd to me. Like how it would go into him killing Baji. But he's crazy, so anything could really happen. But anyway, if you guys want to recommend something yourself, definitely check out the Yandere tier or the Waifu tier on my Patreon. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.